Hey, 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 I'm from the altar or Tarzan from a vine.
All right. Yeah.
Stuck, man. It's so fine. I love this part.
Yeah.
Never make me president, but I got the best first ladies. You guys can see. Ooh-wee.
Here.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good, man.
We won't let you know. I don't know if you know, but we live right now.
Don't get hurt. I'm like, can you? So he can kiss and flirt. Well, that smooth talk is kissing my girl. I'm just kissing dirt. Out of Bert.
That's pretty good, man. I'm impressed, man.
Oh, that is a new intro for XO Sports.
Yes, it is.
That was Lee Majors was my guy. Friday night, ABC, the $6 Million Man. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. And the guy would go, Steve Austin, a man barely alive. We can rebuild him. Yeah. We have the technology. Oh, man. And you think about it, they got away with him in slow motion, and he's running 65 miles per hour. Think about it.
Well,
the power of television.
Yeah, yeah.
And guess what? The power of imagination as a kid watching that on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah, I was right on it, man. I was right on that.
Yeah.
Running around outside.
And at that time, he had one of the prettiest wives in Hollywood, Farrah Fawcett, Major. That was his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
And they did the spinoff, The Bionic Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Come off of that show. So, guys, I hope you didn't really put that on air, but knowing you characters, I would not be surprised.
Nah, we wouldn't do that to you, man. We wouldn't do that to you.
Right. Yeah, that's right. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, you know, it may just be a little something.
Well, the job that I had before, at times it was like the Twilight Zone. So I would be driving around in the truck doing karaoke, and I would play the $6 Million Man. But I would love to put $6 million on Miami Heat beating Denver tonight. But first, before I do that, I got to hit the subscribe button, right, T?
Yep, definitely. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's show. And as you see, when you tune in, you never know what you might hear. So, but you can catch us on YouTube, or you can catch us on all your favorite streaming podcast platforms, Google, Spotify, just to name a few. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. We please ask that you hit that subscribe button. Please tap that notification bell and hit that share button so your friends and family can check out what you're watching. Yeah. With that, I'll turn it over.
So
the Lee Majors Jr.
Yeah, you could call me Lee. I don't care. That was
fall
my
guy.
guy.
We'll call you the fall guy, man.
Yeah,
fall guy.
And
how old is he?
Lee Majors has got to be in his 80s now.
He's got to be. Yeah, well, he definitely got to be in his 80s. Yeah. I'm thinking he's on the other side of 80 or the younger side of 80.
I would say he's on the other side of 80.
Yeah.
I would say Lee Majors has got to be, I would say 84.
Yeah.
Oh, bingo. The daily double.
84?
He is 84 years old.
Wow.
His birthday was April 23rd.
Oh.
And that was a big dude. He did a Western back in the day.
Yeah, I do remember. He was in Big Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll give a shout out to Bethany in the chat. She said hi to everybody. Hey, Bethany,
Hey,
what's going on?
Beth.
What's going on?
You remember Lee Majors? Did you have a crush on him? Let us know. We want to know. Since he was the ladies' man, Lee Majors.
And that was just it. I mean, you didn't hear after he broke up with
Farrah
Fawcett, who wind up marrying his best friend, Ryan O'Neal. And he he lived a quiet life. And his father used to be a college football coach.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, his father
kind of
coached
typecast after that.
After the
Bionic Man?
after Bionic Man.
Well, Fall Guys did him.
Yeah.
But
The Fall Guy came back at a good time because it was hard because back then you're right. You got typecast and you were pretty much done. And I'll never forget one actor who was able to break that mold was Larry Hagman. Larry Hagman he did I Dream of Jeannie, and he was typecast as Major Nelson. And he had to literally convince CBS that he was the right guy for the part. And sure enough, history was made with Larry Hagman as J.R. Ewing on Dallas.
Yeah, one day we have to just talk about that in itself. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. But back to $6 million on Miami Heat. Would you take that bet, Brian? Winning tonight?
Winning tonight's game? No. Because my prediction, I'm sticking firm with it. I predicted Denver to win in 5. I thought Miami would get one. I thought it would be at home, but they did get one, and I thought Denver could have won that game. They should have won that game. I thought they just kind of let down at certain points. They just couldn't get the defensive intensity that they needed.
Terry.
Well, I'm going to say, as Brian said, I thought Denver should have won game 2, but they didn't. So I'm going to say anything's possible tonight. And I think Miami can win game 3 tonight in Miami. I had Miami winning 2 games regardless, series going 6. So, I know the crowd's going to be into it. The players for Miami are going to be pumped up. So I think it's possible. Whether it happens or not, we'll have to see.
I had Miami winning 1 game. I wasn't on board with you guys that Joker would get a triple-double throughout the series in every game.
It's not over yet, though. And I didn't say in every game. I said average. Triple-double. Yeah. So just because he didn't get it in that game doesn't still mean he can't average.
So how many games do you average him getting a triple-double? 2 games? 3 games?
Well, you figure he was close to a triple-double. Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute. You guys got an eraser and you're drawing the line. Depending on how long the series goes.
Well, you saying if he was close to a triple-double the last game, if he just say, I don't remember if he was short on the assist. I think he might have been short on the assist. So if he give you 13 assists tonight, that just kind of brings the average right back up to a triple-double.
Well, so 2 games so far, he didn't get it.
No, he got one in the first one.
He got it in the first game. It was
not
easy.
In the second game.
Second one, that's what I'm saying. He was close. I don't know what he was short. Somebody want to bring up the stats? But he had the double rebound. I think he might have been short on the assists. I think he might have had maybe 8 or something.
So close, but no cigar.
So if it ended today, he would average it, right? He would have met that average.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, aren't you the smart one that went to school?
Come on, man. Come on. Mathematics, man. Come on.
Hooky, huh?
Yeah. You listen and watch the XO Bronx Tale intro, and we'll all describe each other. We'll use that in the next episode. We'll use it.
And you'll hear from my attorney.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I like about Miami and all the listeners out there know I love defense, and I love old school defense, and I like how Miami, even though they don't have the offensive power, that they're offensive juggernaut when it comes to offense, they will play tough defense.
Yeah.
And their tough defense is what got them to the NBA championship. I think it would have been a closer if Joker goes down in this series. Then I would definitely put my money on Miami to win. But if Joker stays healthy, there's nobody. I don't even think Shaquille O'Neal would be able to play with this kid. The only center that I could see playing with him would be Akeem Olajuwon because of his athletic ability.
Yeah. The Shaq thing. Well, go ahead, Terry. I'll let you go.
I mean, you're talking prime Shaq. If you're talking prime Shaq, Orlando, I think he could, only because if you remember, Shaq was very agile, quick. If you had to compare, he's quicker than Jokic, and I think Shaq would just, I think he would just blow right through Jokic, like he was Chris Dudley.
Now, you're talking about Shaq offensive game. I'm looking at Shaq's defensive game. I don't think Shaq could be able to deal with him if he's out on the perimeter.
Yeah, but that goes for pretty much.
So that's why I said Akeem, his athletic ability. He would be able to do both.
But what I will say is, because what you're saying, I understand, but at the same time, Akeem would have to come out the paint, and that would be something that he wouldn't be accustomed to, because centers wasn't shooting threes back then. So he was able to stay in the paint and be a defensive presence. But now you stepping out. So the game has changed. That changed. That's why when you said Shaq and Terry said prime Shaq, yeah, Shaq wouldn't be able to D him on the perimeter, but the Joker be able to D him on the interior. Yeah, because he is big, but Shaq. Shaq was physical, but
and agile.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be interesting, and that was something I thought about. A question, but he hasn't won it yet, so I'm not going to ask the question. It's a question about if he won a championship. What I was going to ask about, where do you rank Dirk Nowitzki's championship? Because he only got one. But I was trying to think of another great player who only got one.
Dr. J.
Okay.
He only got one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he only got one.
Wow.
He beat the Lakers, and that was it.
Yeah. And I was like, Dirk Nowitzki, does his one championship carry a lot of weight? Just even more weight because of who he beat. He beat LeBron, D-Wade, Bosh, super team. So that one carry a lot of weight.
I think you'd have to put Dirk up there. I think the thing that hurt Dirk was he played in a small market in Dallas.
Yeah.
If Dirk had played in New York and won a championship in New York, case closed, end of story.
Oh, anybody
the
won
New York media would have said he's the man.
Yeah. I think anybody won one in New York. They the man.
And then on top of it, let's just say you take the Dallas Mavericks, that team, and you put them in New York. Oh, could you imagine how much it would cost to get a ticket?
Yeah.
To see that type of team play with Dirk in New York?
They got B stars right now, and they still got high price tickets. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine with Dirk,
uh,
if you had Dirk and the winning team that he had in Dallas, and you put them in New York,
yeah,
or even if you take that team, the Lakers were pretty good, but if you take Dirk's team and put them in a big market like LA, because now you're going to get to see them more. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
but no, and I think Butler down there in Miami, he's the blue collar guy.
Mhm.
He reminds me of the guy going to work, and he back in the 50s they used to have the steel lunchbox, the metal lunchbox,
Oh yeah,
and he's got
canteen.
the gray pants, gray company work shirt on, and he's just grinding.
Going to work.
Yep.
And I'll give a
Nope.
here.
Not doing a bunch of yelling. He's just letting his game do his talking.
And I want to give a acknowledgement to our friend Y, who kind of brought something up interesting too. If Jimmy Butler or Miami was to win a championship, for him to win a championship with a bunch of, I'm just gonna say, we'll say, undrafted players, how much weight would his championship carries? It'd be
A lot.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the path that they took to get there.
Yeah.
Here. Even here.
Yeah.
I think Butler is the type of guy. His game is like right under Kawhi Leonard. Quiet, strong,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
and powerful. And he
Yeah.
doesn't say a lot. His actions speak louder than words coming out of his mouth.
He was saying a lot to the Knicks. He was saying timeouts and you can't D me.
Yeah.
Saying a whole lot of stuff to the Knicks.
Mhm.
Man, it was embarrassing. Ugh.
Yeah. Tired of it, man. I'm tired of it.
Oh,
But I like you got to give Pat Riley a lot of credit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard an
Definitely.
interesting stat that I'm just kind of paraphrasing of what it kind of broke out to be, but it was like since Pat Riley's been in the league as a player, GM, coach, I think he was involved in 25% of championships, the last championships in that years that he's been either player, coach, GM, or whatever.
The only place he didn't get a championship was New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
went to the finals. Yep. But yeah, I was like, wow.
He's got championships with Miami.
Yeah,
He's got championships with LA as a coach in LA. And I think he's got a championship as a player in LA too.
yeah, he got a championship
Yeah.
in LA.
Guard. Didn't
Yep.
he win in was it Kentucky?
I
College?
think I'm not sure. Could be.
Let's see. Let's see. All
Well,
right. So
that was an
he's been
interesting
to
stat.
19 finals.
Wow. See? Yeah, that's what I said.
1972, 73, 1976 as a Suns guard.
Didn't know about the Suns. So wow.
So let's just look.
The
And
Suns. Who was on
19
that team? That wasn't Tom Chambers in them, was it?
Nah, not 76. No.
No, 76. Yeah,
No.
I'm thinking who they were good then. 76, the Suns. I don't even remember who
Yeah.
was on that team.
Ah,
Oh, I
the
was
Suns,
seven, I
Phoenix
was
Suns.
too young. I don't know.
Phoenix Suns
Yeah.
had they had a good team.
Okay.
I can see the coach. He had an afro. And
Everybody had
And,
afros in 76.
yeah. But just for a coach back then, you had some interesting coaches back in the 70s.
Yeah, but that was an interesting stat. 25%.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm just looking at 1980. He was a Lakers assistant coach. Went to the finals 1982. Lakers assistant 1983. He was a Lakers coach. 84, 85. This is Lakers. 84 as a coach. 80 as a head coach. 84, 85, 87, 88, 89. Then when he became the Knicks coach, he went in 94 as a Heat coach, 2006, and
Wow.
as a Heat executive, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014,
Mm-hmm.
2020, and 2023.
Wow. Resume speaks volumes.
Yep. He
Mm,
kind of knows what he's doing. It looks like it, right?
Yeah. I still remember when he left the Knicks to go to Miami. It was like,
Yeah, it's rough, man.
yeah.
He did all he could do, though, man. He
Well,
couldn't ask for much from that Knicks team.
Nah, yeah.
you go back in that time. Pat Riley wasn't the he wasn't the general manager
What you mean with New York?
No.
in New York.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Is that
that's when he went to Miami.
Grunfeld?
Yeah,
Yep, in Grunfeld.
Grunfeld was the manager, and Riley left the Lakers because Pat Riley started. They were slow, and they were out of shape. And Pat Riley wanted those guys. Okay, you guys now got to be in shape, and he wanted them to get better in conditioning. And they complained. Riley said, "Okay, fine, I'm out of here. I got time for this.
Yeah.
You're old. You're getting slow, and you think you're just going to go out there and continue doing what you're doing."
Yeah.
But he implemented that with the Knicks, and the Knicks were a good team as far as condition wise, and what he got the best out of what he had from the Knicks.
Oh yeah, he did. Squeeze that orange juice dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And the Phoenix Suns have always been a team that has always had a good record, but really never won anything.
Yeah, see, I kind of around the Tom Chambers era, and then you went into Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley and
Chambers
all
was
them.
like
That's
in the
kinda,
80s.
Yeah, he was in the. I remember, yeah.
Yep.
That's. I know there was somebody else out there with him, but I can't remember who. But he was the one I remember.
The coach that had the afro that I thought of was John McLeod.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he was like 86, 87, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
And he was from 1980, and they got rid of him in 87.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But he was always, his teams were his teams always had a good record. He had third place, first place, third place, second place, fourth place, third place, third, fifth, and fourth. So he always, that'll keep you around until enough people say, you know what, where's the championship?
Yeah, see, I don't remember. Yeah, because it was out west. All he knew was Lakers. Everything out there.
Lakers. I do remember out west, like you had your Nuggets, Suns, Lakers. I think even the Supersonics
in the
Seattle.
80s.
Yeah, well, what I remember from that is they put up a lot of points out west.
Yeah,
100-point games was nothing for those teams.
Yeah,
in the Seattle Supersonics, if I'm correct, they back in the 70s they won an NBA championship.
Lenny Wilkins was a coach, or was he a player? I think he was a
player.
I thought he was a coach. Yeah,
but I'm going with Miami tonight.
You on Miami? Okay.
UT?
I'm gonna go Denver only because I'm not saying Miami can't win, but I think Denver is gonna they're gonna exercise some demons from game 2. So
Okay.
sorry about that. Why?
Yeah. And just to
Don't
switch.
take it personal.
Yeah. So to switch the topic, hey. No, Aaron's a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Judge going on IR? The Yankees stay afloat?
I think the Yankees will be okay. I think if the Yankees can get to just play 500 while Judge is out, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just keep your head above 500 while he's out for the next 10 games. And if you can do that, you're great. And just like today's game was canceled because of the smoke that's coming down from Canada. And people, let me just say this. 5 o'clock right now in Connecticut, if it's a sunny day, it's nice. The smoke that's coming down from Canada has dropped the temperature down 10 degrees. It was cloudy yesterday. They were expecting rain, but with the clouds and this smoke, 5 o'clock seemed like almost like going into nighttime. We thought we were going to have a tornado yesterday. And I'm
exactly what I thought.
And I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, and believe it or not, I went to go get a salad. And I'm saying to myself, I don't believe this. It's pitch dark, like a tornado's getting ready to come, like nightfall. And I said to myself, it'll be typical for me. Jump in the vehicle and then all of a sudden get sucked away and land somewhere in Kansas.
But you got your salad.
Yep. I can eat right through the storm. Hey, I just passed Ohio.
Man.
But no, I just hope that Miami can make this a good series.
They already made a good series.
One game doesn't mean nothing to me.
Yeah, it does.
3.
It means a lot for the NBA.
Yeah, because you can bet some people bet a sweep was coming.
And here's the thing with Aaron Judge.
You switched quickly.
Yeah. He
sounds
caught
concerned.
the ball, crashed into the wall that opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm saying to myself, what are they using for hinges to keep that locked?
Yeah, went right through it. That old footage of the guy just went through the wall.
A lady at my job, she's a diehard Yankee fan. And she goes, here we go again. Aaron Judge is on the IR. And I said, that's really not his fault. I said, when you crash into the wall and the door opens up, I got to give him a pass on that one.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, was he playing center field or was he playing right?
He was playing right field.
Yeah. But you think he should go to DH?
Here's the problem. You can't. And it's funny that you bring it up because I was telling the lady at work, I said, this is going to be a problem down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Aaron Judge should be playing more DH because he's a big man.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got this big guy running on AstroTurf, pounding on the grass, playing center field, and he has no business in center field. Though he's a great athlete, you've invested $300 million in him. and you're going to wind up beating him into the ground down the road, and you're not going to even be able to play him at DH because you got Carlos Stanton there.
Yeah.
Mm.
How many years is on Carlos Stanton's contract?
Oh, that guy is. I look at him and I'm saying to myself, I would kill to be in shape like him. But then he's like glass. Touch him and he's shattered. I don't know.
Yeah. Barry Bonds tried to tell you.
Maybe we should get some of that cream in the clear.
Yeah. Yep. Got Bonds fired as a hitting coach. I'm like, what? Hey, you can't hit. That's your problem. You don't want to stay. Sure. He don't prove what he can do.
But it should be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it is funny. It's definitely funny.
Carlos Stanton is due $29 million in each year of the next 2 seasons, $32 million annually from 2023, $29 million in 2026, $25 million in 2027. The deal includes a $25 million club option for 2028.
No, he ain't picking
with
that
a
up.
buyout of $10 million.
That's cheap for the buyout. So you got him for another 3. Whoa, what he said 27?
They've got
4 more years?
for 4 more years.
4 years. Wow. Man. But he signed like a 12-year contract?
Must have.
Because he got that. He got that money. Yeah, he got that when he was in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's
how much the Yankees are on the hook for.
Yeah, I thought he was coming up like 2 years left, maybe tops. I thought, like, you're going to eat that. Yeah. Like they used to tell you, eat your vegetables. Eat them.
Okay.
Carlos
Stanton had agreed to a $325 million contract, and it was 13 years.
13. Okay. Yeah, they were giving out. That's why I said 12. I remember they was giving out contracts like that.
And so, if I'm the Yankees, I would at the end of this season, I would see if I can find a buyer and tell them, look, you want them, I'll eat half of the contract.
Yeah,
nobody's touching that. Yeah. You're gonna have to eat half.
Yeah, you're gonna eat half of it.
That's the reason why.
That's the key.
But the problem is, he's got a no trade clause in his contract.
Yeah, well, then you're in trouble.
Yep. So he's gonna say, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I love New York.
Yeah.
So to the younger folks tuning in, baseball is a real lucrative sport.
Yep. Yeah.
I want to hit those batting cage. Get yourself a glove.
Yep.
My our good friend that we grew up with, Duck is about, I would say, maybe 6'1", and naturally built like he didn't even have to work out the power in his calves were like enormous, and he, you know what I mean?
Yeah, his calves was like people's arms.
Yeah,
upper arms, your guns,
like Hulk Hogan style, and he was just naturally strong. And he had a son, and he's like, oh, I want to get my son into football. I looked at him and I said, that's the last thing you want him to do. He says, what are you talking about? I said, as big as your son is and as strong as he is, just like you give him a baseball bat and try to get him to hit a baseball. I said, that's where the money is. Money's not in football. The money's in baseball.
Guarantee.
Guarantee.
Oh, that money is good. Oh, once you sign your name to the paper. Oh,
That's it. That
as you
football
mentioned
stuff,
wrestling too, Aaron, I want to say, yeah, the Sheik passed away too.
the Iron
Wrestler.
Oh
Sheik.
wow.
Iron Sheik. Yeah, I seen
Man.
that.
Wow, that is something.
Yeah.
How old was
was-
he?
I think he was in his 80s. I can't remember, 82 or something. I thought he was older because he looked older even when he was younger.
Yeah,
He
with the
looked
bald
older.
head
Yep.
Iron Sheik.
from
Yeah, for
Iran.
you younger generation, yeah, you got to
And-
watch that era of wrestling.
And it was funny. He was Jim Duggan, I think the wrestler's name was. And Jim Duggan would come out with his jeans and flannel shirt, and he would go, "Oh!"
Oh,
on
yeah, I
each
remember
side
that.
of the ring, and then he'd go, "USA!" and he would fight the Iron Sheik.
Yep.
Well, one night they got arrested because they were both in the same car, drunk, on their way to a wrestling match.
Oh,
Yeah.
had to throw him off
It's
there.
entertainment. It's only entertainment.
Oh man.
Now, this one was brought up by I believe it was Malcolm. Jacob DeGrom is out for the season. He needs Tommy John surgery. The team couldn't get him insured. He's got a $6 million deal from the Texas Rangers. So you know who has to eat that money? Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Yep.
How do you, Terry, what do you think the Texas Rangers are feeling about that contract?
Well, I'm sure right now they're feeling bummed out, but I mean, to be honest, there was history there. So they knew what they were getting into, right? I mean, I also see the other side of it too, right? When he's healthy, words, when he is healthy, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. But you know, he throws the ball hard. And he didn't he have early on, he had Tommy John surgery, right? Is this his second one?
I don't
I
think
believe.
so.
Did he
Okay.
get one?
I thought he had some problems coming in, like yeah, I think in 2010, his first season,
I think
I thought he had surgery.
I thought it might have been the second season, but I thought he had it too. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's had like a history of injury, you know, with his forearm, elbow. So they knew what they were getting into. I heard that they didn't want to insure him because the premiums would have been really expensive behind it. And I guess they tried to do something with the contract, some type of option in, like, I think it was in 2026 or something, where they could have kind of saved face if he would have got injured. But, you know, they knew what they were getting into. The history was there. It's just, you know, and another flag is I think he's gonna be 35 soon. So, but again, when healthy, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. So,
Yep.
you know, they took a shot.
Yep. And you were right, Terry.
be
He
paying
did
for
have it in 2010 with the Mets.
Yeah.
Which
Done.
I'm gonna say, yeah. And the Mets
And if you
always
look at
have
his-
worked their rookie pitchers hard. They
Yeah.
always do. And they ruin their careers.
And you could ask any Met fan, there's no knowledge that while he was with them, he was injured a lot.
Yep.
During his time with them. So
Yep. Ooh. And
the writing was on the wall, but you know, gotta take a shot. When this guy's healthy, he's a tough pitcher.
I'll just jump in, and I thought it was a gamble from the jump. It's already a gamble just taking a pitcher in itself, especially the ones that throw hard. So the fact that they couldn't get insurance on him, that was a flag right there, kind of telling you, well, we can't insure it, and they still did it. So, and now once again, you're gonna eat those vegetables, and you're gonna get no dessert till you finish them. So they're on the hook for that. And looking at that, I'm gonna just kind of jump off as we look at oh man, the pitcher, the Angels. Can't think of his name offhand. Ohtani.
Oh, Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah. Doing that duel. How long can you keep that up? You playing with fire or water, but hopefully he'll be getting his money next year, so it won't matter. But playing fire with water, because pitching is tough in itself. And I remember we had this debate way back when Malcolm, shout out to Malcolm and Emerson. We miss you guys to see you when you come. We had this shout out before. I said, what's the hardest position? And Malcolm said it was your boy from the Yankees. And I'm like, no, pitching is harder than anything.
Mm-hmm.
To be good in the major league, not just pitcher, but to be a good pitcher. And this guy is hitting. I thought he was the best player in baseball to me.
I think Texas was going into a new stadium. They wanted to, make a statement there and go after the Astros. Okay, you're doing good so far, but I think in the end, you're only going to hurt yourself. Where that you invested in money, where that if you see that a player's already had Tommy John surgery and he's older, you don't go and give him a big contract. Especially when the insurance company says, are you looking at this medical history? Because a doctor is looking at it, and that doctor, for the insurance company, they probably just bought him a beach house somewhere. Because he just saved them some money. I would want the 9 yards. I'd want the beach house and everything that comes with it.
Oh man.
Okay.
So give me everything. I want it all. Diamond rings, girls, give it all.
I didn't say all that. You said that.
That's a rap song. That's a rap song. It's a lyric from a rap song. You didn't know.
Moving right along. What NFL team would benefit the most from adding DeAndre Hopkins to their roster? Terry.
Well, it's a few. I think he had on his list. I think the list he had was it. Oh man, what's his name? Chargers. I think he had on his list of Chargers. Man, it was Baltimore, and I can't think of the third team. But there's first thing come to my mind is Kansas City. Because they got a good running game now. You got the tight end Kelsey, right? And just imagine you can open up that passing game will open up a lot more. They'd be dangerous. I mean, he's not a speedster guy, but you put the ball up, he can go get it, and he runs good routes, and he can catch. He doesn't drop passes, not many. So, but I don't know if they can afford him. That's the only thing. But Kansas City is the first team that comes to my mind.
Brian.
Well, let me just say, there's a full of teams that can really use his talent and skills. Second, I think it's gonna be interesting with the money aspect of it because he's coming off of suspension or whatever it may have been, but we know it was something. So if the money is right, there's gonna be a lot of teams that gonna be in the play. To me, if he went to Kansas City, if he wants to win, he may have to take a little less to get more later, because I think it'll pay dividends if he was to get there, show his skills, and that would just put him right back in the top tier of a wide receiver because we haven't seen him play in almost a year. So Kansas City, I think the dark horse may be, because I don't hear any rumors about it. I don't even know if they really need him, but you can always use more. It's Philly, because they're really all in it to go for it. So I can see
that's
that.
the third team.
Yeah.
That's the third team he mentioned going to Philly.
And if I had to come with one other team, Chargers could use him. I don't think they will get him, but they could.
I'm going to give you a team.
Who's that?
He won't go there, but he may go there. And I think it would be pretty interesting if he did go there. And that would be Seattle.
Okay.
I think Seattle's a team last year. We saw Geno at his best last year, which shocked everybody. So what happens if Geno gets a respectable wide receiver?
You mean another respectable wide receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good team. I didn't see that, but
I would like to see him with Metcalf. Metcalf, to me, I think he has all the abilities, and he still doesn't get it.
Why you say that?
Because sometimes when he's on his game, he plays like a Pro Bowler. When he's not on his game, he acts very immature.
Oh, that's all wide receivers kind of get like that.
How old is he?
I would say Metcalf has got to be about now 26 or 27.
I was gonna say 28, maybe. He's been in Seattle for a little bit, but I think what you see, Aaron, I think is frustration. I thought you kind of saw where, a wide receiver with that talent, they always think they're open. Even when they double covered, they think, yo, throw it up to me, I'll get it. And he's shown he is that type A wide receiver. Yeah. But I didn't think about that. That would be a good one. They do got the I forgot the other slot type wide receiver. Is it Lockett? Is he still there? Lockett? Is it Lock?
Lockett.
Yeah. But having them two. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I didn't think about that team.
Oh my goodness.
He's 25.
He's 25. Wow. I thought he was 28. Yeah. Wow. So he's just coming into his prime.
Yeah.
He's got healthy, yeah. And we've seen him running against track and field people, so we know he still got the speed. Oh, but he came in second on that one, or third, or whatever. It was just the fact he just went from the football field to the track.
Because he was mad that he wasn't drafted where he wanted to be, and because the rumor had that his hands were no good. And he worked on his hands and made him a Pro Bowl wide receiver.
Yeah.
And then he dyed his hair orange, and then all of a sudden he lost vision. Because sometimes it's like a guy needs a mentor to say, okay, you're good, but do you want to be great?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that next gear within yourself to say that you want to be great?
You don't think
And
he's great? If he make it to a Pro Bowl, you don't think he's great?
no, it's like this. And me and Emerson would always have an argument. Lawrence Taylor was a great linebacker for the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
But Lawrence Taylor would never get his body in shape. He just played off of his natural ability. And I would always say this to Emerson: if you work out and condition, where would that have taken you?
Where are you going with this? I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm like,
lost
the dude
because-
is a
think he's
specimen. What are
in
you talking
shape.
about?
No, Lawrence Taylor was never a person that would work out.
Well, we're not talking about him. We're talking about Metcalf.
And I think Metcalf needed to continue to improve on his skills.
What?
Catching the football, running routes,
Mhm.
being a better teammate at times.
So let me ask you this: in the
Yeah.
NFL, I'm gonna say I'll give you some leeway. You want to say he's not a top 10? You thinking?
Am I thinking? Is he a top 10?
Yeah.
I'll put it to you like this. Would you want him as your first wide receiver?
What do you mean?
If you were general manager, would you take him first to build around as your wide receiver?
I wouldn't turn it down, but who
Yeah.
you comparing it to? You're not giving me no
I'm saying your first one out of the league. Would you take him as your first one?
out of the league right now.
Yeah.
But I said top 10.
So, and I'm asking you, would you take him as your first one?
Well, I have to go through the list of my top 10 to see who I would take. What'd you take, Terry? I'm just thinking why he's asking me this question.
I'll consider him. I
Yeah.
gotta look at it like you said.
Would you take
because he's-
Debo over him?
Me? Yes.
Yes.
You would take Metcalf over Debo?
No, I take Debo over. Metcalf.
No.
Yeah. I take that back because that kind of depends on your offense, because Samuel is a different type of athlete, but he's
But
still
it's
a
the
wide
question,
receiver.
Would you take him? Would you take him or not?
Over Debo?
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably would.
Not me.
Okay.
Anytime you can take a wide receiver and put him in the backfield and he's ready to run as a running back,
Yeah. But how long is that sustainable?
I said,
See?
I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about in the moment.
Okay, but you talking about who would you take first? So if you talking about,
I would take Debo over. I would
Mm.
take Devo over Metcalf. I would take the wide receiver for
so let me ask you this:
Buffalo.
Buffalo? Oh,
Yep,
Diggs?
yep,
You would take Diggs over Metcalf?
yep. I would take what's the other wide receiver? And he plays for Oakland now.
You talking about
Oh. Play for Green Bay.
yeah.
He used to play for
Oh,
Green
man.
Bay.
Now that one is a toss up. Adams. Is it Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
Monte Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Mhm.
That one, those two are comparable. And that's why when you said the Debo's kind of in his class of his own, because like I
Yeah,
said, yeah.
He has another skill set other than being
Is
a wide
he,
receiver.
wait a minute. Is he a wide receiver,
He is.
Debo? You guys asked me what wide receiver I would take. And there you have it.
Okay, then, or let me ask you this: who would you take, Debo or Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I gotta go.
And the reason why I'm asking, well, go ahead, who would you take? Yeah, let me see.
Devo over Tyreek Hill.
Yep. And
I would probably, if I had a good quarterback, I'd probably go with Hill.
You didn't give me that option. You said start your team off with. So I'm saying, who would you start your team off with? Tyreek Hill or Debo?
I would probably go with Tyreek Hill over Debo. I'd probably go with Tyreek Hill over Metcalf.
Well, yeah, and the reason why I'm asking you that is who you ain't give. It's what Debo brings, man. His value is worth more.
But the thing was, it was never. You asked, the question was in the very beginning, not the question, but the topic was. It was about Metcalf. Who would you take?
Now my question was
10.
Yeah,
top 10.
He is a top 10.
So we've already got Tyreek Hill. We already got Devo over Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
What's the wide receiver?
Devontae Adams, you saying?
Devontae Adams. And the wide receiver for
the Rams?
No, Buffalo. Oh, you know what?
Diggs?
Thank you, Terry.
What?
Diggs and the wide receiver in LA, Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, 6 right there?
I said top 10. You still, you want to go ahead and go do some more? I'm going to tell you, he's going to be in the top 10. I'm telling you now. Mm-hmm. You want to try and find some more? And some of those, I would say, is, you interchangeable, but yeah, he's going to be in there.
You would take you wouldn't take Devontae Adams over Metcalf?
Well, I said those two are really comparable to me because they got that size and that speed. Who?
Which one do you say would have better hands?
Maybe Adams, but what's the name? Hands aren't bad. You make it seem like he's dropping balls left and right or something.
No, I'm just asking who. I think his hands at times are questionable.
Really?
I think at times he will drop a play, drop the ball, and then all of a sudden he'll make a big play.
Hey,
I don't think his hands are consistent at times.
Well, I don't know. Talk to him, T.
I'll just say I agree with you, Aaron, on this. At times when he doesn't get the ball, it's been known that he won't finish routes. He won't lay down a block because of frustration. But he's 25. Every receiver that's been a good receiver, they all get frustrated because they're not seeing the ball. But to kind of jump back on it, just one thing about the topic as far as money for D-Hop. Odell Beckham got $15 million coming off major knee surgery. What do you think D-Hop is going to expect as far as salary? I don't think he's taking anything less than 15 mil.
What I think is going to hurt him is that it's so late in the season. Teams' caps are pretty much, capped out. Now, unless you're cutting some players. Because you talking about they already going in OTAs. They almost ready to start. So it's late in the season. In the preseason or whatever you want to call it. What do you want to say, Aaron? What do you think?
I think he's looking at about 12 million.
I think he'd get like 9, 10.
Somebody give him 12.
I think it's going to depend. Yeah, if somebody would give him 12, Aaron, it just depends what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Does he want to win?
Yep.
Does he,
Yep.
I think it's hard for somebody like this because how can I put it? There's a certain kind of arrogance to Hopkins, which is a good thing. He believes in himself. He's
How
got
old is
great
he?
ability,
Check that out.
Check out.
and he's going to want the money. He's like you say about diva wide receivers. They don't want to come to the party going, well, yeah, you're supposed to be a great wide receiver, but you're not making the kind of money we do. Even $15 million for Odell Beckham, that still puts him in the house with the rest of the money makers. DeAndre Hopkins, bro, where's your money? Still waiting on it. But can I come in? No. Let us know when you got the money.
And the one thing I'm going to say about the Beckham contract, I thought they were bidding against themselves because I don't think there was any other team in the NFL that was going to give them that much money. So,
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
True.
so that's why I don't see D-Hop getting that kind of money.
I think the only team I think he would probably take $9 million. Two teams I think he would take $9 million from would be Philadelphia and Kansas City.
Yeah.
Man, if he was, could you just imagine if Andrew Reid had him? The schemes that they would come up with would, phew.
It's almost scary when you really think about it. It is almost scary. But time tells all. Good luck, Hopkins.
Dude, you could still put him in the slot.
He's 31 years old.
31? Yep. I wouldn't even play him on the outside. Put him in the slot. Do his work there. Let just slot wide receiver have to deal with that.
So, what do you think about the PGA and the LIV partnership? Is it a hole-in-one, Terry?
Yeah, it's going to be a hole-in-one because at the end of the day, it's about revenue, about bringing money in. And I know there's this, it's out there. I'm not trying to say that they're not going to do it, but they want to promote the game of golf. Yeah, they're going to do that, but the revenue is going to come in. The players are going to get paid. It's a hole-in-one for the players. They're going to get paid, and they're going to get paid well, which is good for the players. So, and they're also going to do some investments, into the community. But at the end of the day, as you always say, Aaron, it's about the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
About
the
that.
Benjis. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no doubt.
Crazy guys.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan.
And I think, Aaron, this is a page from your book. It's, it always comes down to the dollars. And it got to make sense.
Wow, the Book of Aaron, huh?
Yeah.
You laughed at that book when you were young.
Doesn't have to make any sense. Just got to make dollars. And they just, PGA, they just went for the green, man. They went for a hole-in-one. They just said, we're going to go for it all, which was shady on the part of, the way that they went about it. I thought was wrong. If this is something they was going to venture into or thought about doing, they kind of left McIlroy, they left Woods out there. Those are guys who could have went out and got that money last year. And they offered Tiger like a 800 mil. McIlroy probably would have got 400 and something. And now they went and did the deal anyway, and now they don't get that money. It's like, so they got the short end of the stick, and they was the one holding the mantle for the PGA. Let's stay with the PGA. Let's do this.
Yeah, but I think for Tiger Woods, he did the right thing by not taking the $800 million because if Tiger Woods probably would have taken the $800 million, he probably would have lost a lot of endorsements here in the United States.
Yeah.
And
I'm
so,
doubting that.
so it really, in my eyes, and I could be wrong, I believe it just evened out.
But do you think the PGA should have kind of said we may go in that direction instead of having them, you guys stick with us? And then
Well, Tiger Woods was trying to protect his legacy.
So what do you
That's all
think Roy
Tiger
was doing?
about.
Roy was pretty much, we want to say Roy was the poster boy for the PGA at that time, because Tiger was really, he's a name, but
Yeah, but Tiger Woods is a beat up man now.
That's what I'm
Let's be
saying.
real.
So that's what I'm saying.
So when you take a look at his legacy, he's right under Jack Nicklaus. So if everybody leaves and goes to the LIV, guess what all those championships mean? Nothing.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep your legacy alive, you say, "Hey guys, don't go over there. It's bad. It's bad."
Yeah.
And so the endorsement companies here are saying, "Way to go, Tiger. You're doing the right thing." Because if all of them go there, guess what? now you're running over there trying to give one of those guys a contract to do what?
But
Sell
that's
a
what the
product
PGA
that's
did.
over in. Yeah, but the PGA in the end realized, you know what? We're a business.
That's what I'm saying. So who got shafted? Who got shafted then?
Tiger Woods didn't get shafted. He did not get shafted because he still kept his endorsements. He was still able to, the players are coming back. So if Tiger Woods signed the $800 million that time last year, he would have lost all his endorsement money here. So it was a wash.
Did Phil lose his endorsements?
Phil didn't really have any endorsements.
Phil's Callaway. Phil wear Callaway. He still got his.
But the problem was with Phil, it came out Phil had a gambling problem.
And I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, did he lose his endorsement? Sergio, he ain't lose his endorsements.
Sergio's foreign.
Well, I'm just saying, did he lose his endorsements?
Tiger Woods is an American great golf player.
Yeah,
second
and I'm not
one to Jack.
I understand, but I'm just saying they got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, and also I think the PGA, I think the players that did go over to LIV, there were like I think 17 lawsuits against the PGA, and now they're all settled. So just look at that.
So yeah, but like I said, it's a business. That's the point. It's a business. They made a decision, but it was just the fact that, the PGA was pronounced, we can't get involved with that and this and that. And the next thing you know, they just go ahead and do it. The players didn't even know they did it. The ones that they were telling to stay with the PGA. That's what I felt was shady.
Yeah, I think they're calling the players want, I can't remember his name. Is it the director of the PGA or?
Oh, they want him fired?
They want him to get fired. Yeah.
Yeah, he should get fired. Yeah. So you telling, your two biggest PGA players that you didn't even tell them that this was coming down the pike. Come on. Yeah.
Well, in business, guess what?
Yeah.
Sometimes you fall on the sword.
That's why I said, time you get to think, maybe they should have took that money. Wasn't like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying about, taking the money, but it wasn't going to help Tiger Woods.
Yeah, he didn't need the money. So that's one thing, but.
No, because you get $800 million, right? Okay, you get $800 million from a foreign country. Guess what? You got to pay taxes over in the United States.
Yeah. Well,
So what are you now at? 500 million?
And what I would say, if he would have did it, it would have been a much bigger story of, yeah, just because of,
Yeah, but you guys got to remember something about
Yeah.
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods used to have a picture of Jack Nicklaus in his bedroom.
Yeah, but I still don't think you
Always-
get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. You're looking at the money perspective of it.
No, I'm saying it would have been a much bigger story if he took the money. Because, like I said, all the players that we named, we only named a few, but a lot of them took it. And it was like, yeah. But if he would have took it, it would have been all hell. Break loose.
He would have been the villain.
Agreed.
He would have been the bad guy.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
So
Yeah.
why put yourself in that place? And you want to keep these guys here, and in the end, they
You're in that
still
place.
wind up staying.
You're in that place anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah. But who knows? So golf.
And he still might get some money.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get some money. Still,
Oh, he gonna get money. Yeah.
he he ain't playing as much as, but his name just carry weight. Just playing a tournament carries weight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that they're going to play probably some matches over there, hey, Tiger. And some of the golf tournaments here are going to probably get shut down. You're one of those little small rinky-dink tournaments. Yeah. Don't take it personal. You're out.
Yep. But it won't affect
they're
nothing.
They're gonna take the what is it? Is it the Hartford Open? What's it called? The Hartford from over here?
Open, classic, whatever. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Take that away.
It ain't taking nothing away. Ain't nothing gonna change. Masters ain't changing. Ain't none of that changing. No.
It's money.
The
It's
money
all
keeps coming. Yeah. Go for the green. That's
Moolah.
that's what it is. Get the ball on the green.
Mhm.
Oh,
Guys, good show. And let's try this again next week.
yeah.
Terry, please
No
tell them
doubt.
about the subscribe button.
Want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Please hit that subscribe button so you can get notifications when we come on, giving you the latest news and rumors in sports. And next week, we'll see. We have a request from Bethany, looking for Aaron to do Elvis.
Oh, you're
So
getting
we'll
all
see
kind
what-
of
we'll see.
impressing, Oh boy.
Well, stay tuned
Yeah.
next week on episode 98 on XO Sports Talk.
Just to let you know, nothing happens with your salary. It's still $0. Don't care what you do.
Yeah, ain't nothing happening. You better go to PGA, go talk to them or something. Yeah, nothing
It's
changed
funny.
here.
It's funny how people love to get on stage for free.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What?
Nothing's changed.
You keep up the hard work there, buddy.
Yeah.
Keep up the hard work.
I'm like, what's that movie? Air Force One. Get off my plane.